Hi guys, very good evening again. This is Karthik, and I hope you are having a great Sunday. So today we have another interesting topic. We are back with another interesting, and it's a hot topic, I should say. It's on relationship. Okay, it's from a book called Five Love Languages. So we would have thought, and we all know, like after 2 years of our wedding, okay, do you think our love evaporates? And do you think like we need to keep this love alive? Is it really serious to keep it alive? Because if you are listening as a married, it will definitely add value, and if you're still single but dating or single, it will still definitely add value to you. So before we continue, let us invite our panelists for the day. Hi Nazir. Hi Saurabh. Welcome to the studio.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik. Hi, all. I am Nasir, having 10 years of experience as a software developer. I'm happily married for 7 years, have experience as a husband for 7 years. Thank you, Karthik, for inviting us.
Nazir.
Hi Karthik, hi Nazir, a very good evening to you. I am Saurabh and I am having around 11 years of corporate experience and a decade of experience as an husband. I'm married for 10 years. That's about me and thank you for having me here, Karthik.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you both for coming to the studio. I work in Bangalore. I have more than a decade of experience and 4+ years in marriage experience. And today we are going to talk about this book, Philo Languages by Gary Chapman. Okay. So it will be very interesting. I would say we are split this into two parts. So today we'll just give a small intro on what is the problem statement we generally face in relationships. Okay. So Nazir, you want to go ahead with yours?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Karthik. So, I'll be going through the first chapter of this book, The Five Languages of Love. So, the chapter starts with a context wherein the author is traveling in an airplane and his co-passenger seat number 5A. So the author is in a mood of having rest, so he didn't expect any questions from his fellow passenger. So the fellow passenger keeps nagging in the back to the seat and uh, moves to turns towards the author and asks, "What do you do?" And the author says he's having 30 years of experience in marriage counseling. And this fellow passenger is having history and he is looking for answer like what happens to love after marriage. So he thinks, oh, this is the guy I am looking for. So he immediately asks him, why is it? What happens to the love after marriage? This guy is been married 3 times. First marriage lasted for 10 years, second for 3 years, and third one almost 6 years. So he is curious to understand. Before marriage, he was dating and he was having such a pleasant time. And whenever he got married, he thought that is the one the one he is looking for, and he expected that the married life will be very smooth, pleasant. But he found like 3 times after marriage, love is getting lost. So the author says it's not like that. The problem is of the language. So when we grow up with our parents and our siblings, and we have a primary language, what we speak, and it can be sign language or the verbal language or anything. But our parents and our siblings will be very comfortable understanding. Even maybe with our facial expression only, they will understand whether you're sad or happy. But the person, your spouse, she is or he is from another family. They have different parents, siblings, so their primary language would be different. So that is where the gap comes. So, for example, we have so many languages around the world, like English, French, Chinese, Hindi, uh, and every if we have to communicate with the other person, the we need to speak in same language. If you are speaking in English and your spouse understands only Chinese, then it's very difficult to communicate. So that is the crux of the issue. That this is the reason why the love is lost after the marriage. So, for if from my example, if I would like to share, Now I am very reserved person. I don't express my feelings very easily. So whenever my wife she expects some appreciation or anything, so she gets disappointed because I don't express. But suppose dinner or lunch is good and there is some issue, salt is more or less, or oil is too much, then I'll immediately call it out. Okay, this is the issue, and my intention is like next time this should not happen. So I'm just informing you, but she will not take it very positively. She thinks I know what happened. I am cooked. So what I have messed up. She already knows, so I don't no need to tell. And suppose if I'm happy, if I want to thank her, I'll just say, okay, yeah, this is wonderful, I think. But she would expect some chocolate. She's fond of Dairy Milk chocolate, so she'll expect I'll bring some big chocolate for her as a token of appreciation or for the whatever appreciation I want to give. So this is how the difference will be there in the communication. So we need to find the we need to understand the emotional language of your partner and try to communicate with that. So this will, if you follow this, this will enable us to have good communication, and we can preserve love even after marriage. Yeah, thank you, Karthik and Saurav. Thank
Amazing,
you. Yeah.
Nazir. Wonderfully shared. When I first initially came to know about this concept called there is a language for love, I was really amazed, and it was like a mind blowing thing. So it was like a perfect example you shared. You are expressing the appreciation, which is good, but she expects chocolates, right? So the language is different. It was like very relatable and very connecting as well. Thank you so much, Nazir, for sharing and beginning the show. So, Saurabh, you want to continue it?
Yeah, sure. Very well said, Nazir, and very relatable. And thank you for the opportunity, Karthik. So, the need to feel loved is the most important human emotional need. And as Nazir said, that yes, we may have a different language or different emotional need. Okay, so love, it is a important essence of our human life, and it can make the world go around. But after, in being so important, it is also very elusive. And after some time, or often you have heard someone saying that our love is gone, our relationship is dead, we don't feel close to each other now. She or he doesn't understand me. We no longer enjoy each other's company. So what happened? Where did the love vanished? The love that was there for a long time cannot suddenly vanish. What happened is the question. So we have a very primal need to experience intimacy and affection. And in our marital life, our spouse, he or she expect that they should feel loved. Okay, what happens that during our courtship or pre-marriage time, uh, we feel that we are in good love state, we love each other very we love each other, we understand each other, we feel very powerful and confident. But after marriage, after some time in marriage, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, we feel that our love needs are not being met. What happens that in during the pre-marriage period, what happens that we used to share a very minute details of ours with our partner. But after marriage, what happens that we think that she should understand it automatically, but that's not always the case. And I think after 4 to 5 years of marriage, you often you often have heard this, that यार तुम तो समझती होगी, यार तुम कुछ नहीं जानती. So where is this love vanished, or why is this gap coming up? It's because we have an emotional tank that represent our love, that is known as love tank. This is our fuel tank for love, for our urge to have to want for love. So when that tank is filled, everything seems possible. The world seems to be more open and beautiful. And when that love tank is empty, so we feel that nothing is good. And when this sort of things comes up, we feel that our feelings are not being met, and that difference leads to argument. So we have to maintain our love tank uh, to be full to brim to maintain long-term relationship. Likewise, we have our vehicle's gas tank full to brim for its smooth operationing. So that is what I would like to share. Thank you, Karthik.
Wonderful, Saurabh. Thank you so much for sharing. And this is a second concept which is again really mesmerizing. It's about love tank. When we get married, the tank will be full, but it will not be full for lifelong, right? Once it gets dried up, are we aware that it's drying up? Are we aware that we need to fill it? Okay, we need to put that extra effort to do it. So it's a very nice concept, Saurabh, for sharing about love tank. Thank you so much. So in continuing to this talks, like author talks about something called in-love experience and real love experience. Two things: in-love experience and real love experience. Okay, let us see what it is. Okay, so this in-love experience, I am sure you would have observed, would have seen in personally and in movies also. When we are in love, when we are in initial period of love, that courtship or dating, whatever you tell, so we'll always be thinking about our significant other, that is our spouse. I mean, it can be he or she, right? So as soon as we wake up, we'll be thinking about our spouse. As soon as we go to sleep, or before we go to sleep, we'll think about that person only, and we'll be keep thinking about the same person, right? And we'll spend so much of time on WhatsApp or calls, whatever it is. This is called in-love experience. And during this time, we rarely get to see any negatives, because we are so much in heaven. When parents or friends or anybody tells about any little negative, it doesn't register in the mind. We just hear and leave it, because we are in heaven, right? We are in so much of love. So during this time, it's very hard to believe anything else, all right? And what happens in real love experience? Usually the survey and the people says, like, after 2 years, it's good. After 2 years, it's okay. It's not that good, or it's not bad also, right? So what happens during after this, when the reality hits in this real love experience and this reality world? The shoes does not walk itself to the closet, right? The drawer doesn't close by itself, right? And the clothes doesn't go itself to the hanger. You like to buy a car, but she upsets, and he wants to watch cricket tournament, but she is like, okay, you love cricket more than me. Okay, so many things, right? This is where the reality hits, right? And at this point of time, we will become like two different individuals, right? So the author tells this quote, which I would like to share. In this reality world, a look can hurt. Okay, a word can crush. Intimate lovers can become enemies and manage a battlefield, right? So in this love experience, why is this difference? If you see, the in love experience doesn't focus much on personal growth or the growth on the other person, right? And more often it is like effortless, and it doesn't many times it is not a conscious choice. Okay, so it doesn't take much effort. And but in real love experience, we need to take extra effort and that extra energy to fill that love tank, and whatever Saurabh and Nazir shared, right? So in this real-time experience, we need to, like, if we don't fill this love tank, or if we don't put that extra energy, we'll have only two options. Either we have to go on with that life with maybe average or good, I don't know, or we have to we must jump ship and try again. Some people choose option 1 and some people choose option 2, right? So that kind of love requires effort and discipline. As I said, I have personally experienced, because like Nazir, I am also like a reserved person. Then I don't involve much in, I was not involving much in social activities or cultural activities. But my wife likes to be social. She is a social being. So I had to take that extra effort and extra energy to be part of social activities along with her. Okay, so that it will fill her love tank. Okay, so these are some points which I wanted to cover. So next time, like how now we know like what exactly we are, at least we are aware that something like this is existing, right? So how can we fill this love tank? How can we put that extra energy? How can we understand the other person's love language? So it's very natural that as our experience increases, we need to spend a lot of time in our work, and it will take. I mean, now because of COVID, we may have a little more time to spend with family, right? But in that little time what we get to spend with our spouse, how can we be effective communicators of love, right? So all these things will definitely cover in our next series. It's a single answer about 5 love languages which the author talks, and this is like a revolutionary concept. The author says he has got innumerable number of compliments and revolutionizing marriages because of implementing these 5 love languages. Okay, so Saurabh and Nazir, do you want to cover anything, or you want to add anything else?
No, well said, Karthik. The energy level to maintain, and Saurav also showed the very important concept of love tag. I think these two things will very much help us to review love even after marriage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nazir.
So, Nazir and Karthik, you aptly covered the basic essence that people nowadays are missing in life. And I am hopeful that after our upcoming session, people would be able to fill up their love tanks to be feel more connected to their partner. So that is what I would
Definitely.
like to say. Thank you.
Absolutely, Saurabh. I hope it added some value to you. Thank you so much again, Nazir and Saurabh, for coming and sharing these nuggets, because it's a little personal, right? And to share in this forum and helping others with our value add, with our experiences with this book and personal experience, it really needs a very commendable thing. Thank you so much again, Nazir and Saurabh, for coming. And thank you so much again for watching. All of you will come again next week with the solution part on how we can implement this and keep our love alive in our relationships. Thank you so much and have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.